I ran one of the biggest white label call centers in the agency space. Hundreds of thousands of dials working with some big players like Gym Launch. I know what a good setter sounds like. And for years, I told every agency owner who'd listen, AI voice is a waste of money. Then one of my clients and now my chief technical officer showed me one of his agents he built and my whole mindset changed. AI voice was finally here, and I was invited to do a webinar for the CloseBot community with CloseBot's founder Bryce. In this webinar, I went through live demos, the actual tech stack, and the real answer to the question I get every single week. Can AI voice actually replace my human setters? So if you're interested in learning how AI voice can work for your agency and connect to other softwares like CloseBot, this one's for you. I hope you enjoy.
Hey everyone, what's up? We have Arin here. I'm going to give him an intro here in a second, but before I do, general housekeeping. I need you guys to make some noise in the chat for me, and then make sure you open up your Q&A section. Q&A is the best place to put any questions if you have them. That way they don't get lost in the chat. Okay, we'd had some literal noise there. Good. Here we go. Wahoo! Excited to be here. Isaac, Andrew, Jan, Michael, Alex, Nathan, sweet, Craig, awesome. We had a lot of people register for this. People are pumped about voice. They need voice. And Arin and I have always been on the same page. A lot of you are probably wondering why Arin is here as well. I will answer all those questions. Now that I know the chat works, let me make sure I open up the Q&A section so I don't lie to you and miss these questions that are going to pop up in the Q&A. Okay, so quiet chat. Now, give me a 1 if you know who Arin is.
No one.
We have some people. There we go.
Some people.
And it's totally fine if you don't. He hasn't like been out there proclaiming from the heavens like some people have, some guru type people. Arin is a doer, and Arin has run one of the biggest, most successful call agencies for the longest time. He is the person that introduced us to Gym Launch. So some of you may know Gym Launch, one of the biggest agencies on high level. He was doing their call center stuff. So he was providing the call center for Gym Launch, but then he was also training other agencies how to set up their own call centers. He has a ton of experience in how to build call centers that scale and call centers that perform really well. And for the longest time, he and I both were saying, you know what, voice just isn't really there.
Exactly.
You have a video of you like rewatching yourself saying, yeah, voice just isn't there. I don't think it's going to be there, you know? Well, things change really fast, which is why we're here today. We're here to talk about voice. First of all, CloseBot is not bringing voice within our platform, which is a great thing for everyone. And let me explain. In 2026, the companies that survive are not going to be the ones that are general purpose companies, shallow on features, capabilities, and reliability. It's the companies that focus all of their founder energy, that's a specific thing, not their general management, product manager energy, their founder obsessive energy on one thing can keep up. And that is me for text. Has been doing that his whole adult life for voice, and now he's bringing AI to that, which brings me to another topic that we'll get into. Companies are only going to survive if they're backed by intellectual data. At CloseBot, for example, we have millions of conversations of sales scenarios with AI, what works, what doesn't work, and we can adjust based on that on your behalf. Arin, same thing. He's coming into this with tons of voice call data on sales for many different niches, and he can bring that power to all of you. Okay, well, that's enough of me rambling. Arin, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's fill in the gaps for everyone. Tell people about yourself.
Yeah, so you've already done a pretty good explanation. So I used to run a white label call center for agencies. This was back in 2021. I saw there was a big problem with people not following up with their leads, and I was like, we got to figure this out. And so started building out a white label call center. So agencies would pay my company to call their clients' leads for them. And that was great, very successful. Like you said, we worked with Gym Launch. They were a big client of ours. We had like 350, 400 gyms at any moment with them. And it got to a point where I was like, this is crazy. Like all the systems I built, all this stuff. And there was and then I decided that, you know what, if I actually teach agency owners how I've done all this, it'll probably be a little bit easier to scale, and we'll see how we go with that. And that went really well. We've been doing that for the last 2 years. We've helped hundreds of agency owners now in call center mastery, teaching them how to build out call centers to get better results for their clients. And then, yeah, like you said, I've been very against AI voice for a long time. I was like, look, everyone's trying this AI voice thing. They think it's good. It's not very good. And then one of my clients actually reached out to me. I was like, hey, man, this AI voice stuff, I think it's good now. And I was like, oh, another AI voice getting pitched to me. All right, but he was a client of mine. So I was like, look, I'll give you the 30 minutes to pitch me. And he showed it to me. And like, I was like, dude, this is, I never heard anything like it. I was sold. And so I ended up actually partnering with him, and we decided to relaunch Team Follow Up, which was the white label call center, but it's all done for you with AI voice rather than human setters. So a lot more scalable. And it's been going great. Yeah.
Just to kind of catch people up that maybe have joined late. CloseBot's not doing voice. So what are we all doing here? I explained how CloseBot has this unfair advantage because of all the data we have on sales conversations, and our focus on text is what makes us great at text. Arin has all of that similar sort of background on the voice side, and it's what makes him really good at voice. He has come to the realization, and a lot of people have found this too, to get really good at voice, a lot of it's custom stuff. And we'll dive into exactly what you guys can implement yourself, no matter which platform you're using, or choose to work with Arin. And he has more of a done for you solution where you guys work with him hand in hand. His team is creating and managing stuff for you. You still have a portal where you can go in and edit and update stuff, but they handle all of the tech side and all of the upgrades that come with staying relevant. So you can focus on getting more sales for your agency. Am I clear on that, Arin?
That is spot on. That is exactly it. Yep. I want to make sure people have the information if they want to go do it themselves, absolutely. But if anyone that wants a shortcut and just get the results quickly, then that's what we're here for.
Yeah. So whether you're using iLevel's internal, other platforms, doesn't matter. Take the lessons you learned today to those, or decide, you know what, I want to shortcut everything. I want to guarantee success and work with Arin's team. So we'll start by showing how you can integrate any AI voice platform into CloseBot. We have a lot of people who want to use CloseBot. They see it's awesome, and then they're like, oh man, it doesn't do voice. Well, I need voice, so I can't use CloseBot. And that is false. Couldn't be further from the truth. You should be using voice if you need voice along with CloseBot. So let's show exactly.
And I'm so excited for this bit as well, because it's like, when you say that, it sounds like it's like this technical thing you've got to like do there. Like, it's like such a simple fix. I think go on, Bryce. I think it's great. I love it.
And you've been using CloseBot along with you and all of your clients.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've actually got some examples for later, like where we've been literally using the AI voice. And then when you want a deposit being taken or something like that, CloseBot steps in, sends the link and answers all the questions. And essentially CloseBot is closing the deals, which we've warmed up with that AI voice, which is incredible. It's been great.
And we'll talk about the stuff that you've handled, like coordinating, okay, when are we texting versus calling? Like maybe there are hours that you want the phone to be answered and not texting, or texting and not calling. That's all some of the technical stuff that we'll talk about that you'll have to set up yourself or work with Arin. So let me orient myself. And I'm going to start by sharing, and then I'm going to kick it over to you after I'm done with this part, Arin. Okay, so everyone sees CloseBot. I have a very simple bot set up here. With this setup, it's just a Q&A system. Messages come in, it gives responses, it'll pull from your knowledge base, it'll follow your persona settings for your brand, all that good stuff. If you want to give it access to knowledge about things that's happening on a call, those call notes have to live in a contact field. So all of these platforms have the ability for you to log call transcripts or transcript summaries to a contact field, including what Arin sets up with agencies. If it's in the notes, we don't read the notes. Make sure you're saving them to a field. I'm going to come in here within the settings, and I want to make sure to put in the job information, important business info, and put in that field. Now in this test account, I don't have that exact field. I'm just going to use this test CloseBot field. Let's imagine that says phone summary. Boom.
Exactly.
That's all it takes. Now when the conversation's going on, it's always going to be pulling information from that field here into this section. We could even say something like phone call history summary. Awesome. Then it always
Very
knows.
simple.
Always knows.
Yeah. And the really cool thing to be doing on top of that as well is then throughout the conversation in CloseBot, we have a set field feature, which then every time we ask them a question, they give us more information. We then have a set field, which we update that contact field in Go High Level, and we say it says take what we already know about the lead, and we quote the phone call summary, whatever you want to call it, and add on any additional info we've gathered from them. So that's like that contact field is being constantly updated as the CloseBot conversation goes through. Because then, if let's say they go cold and you want the AI voice to phone them again, that AI voice now has an up-to-date record of what's being said on the text, and then they can have the phone call, and it's just they bounce between each other. It's really nice.
We also have this chat transcript here and the chat summary. If I turn that on, I can pick the field that I want to save the always updated summary from CloseBot back on the contact in High Level. So you'll want to make sure to have two different summaries, one that the voice can use and one that CloseBot can use. So you might have one that says summary of chat, and that's the one your voice provider can pull in and access. Like Arin, or if you're using the native, like that way it can pull it into its context. Or with CloseBot, just how we showed here, the voice summary. So voice summary and chat summary, two fields, set them up so they can read from each other.
Is there a reason why? Because the way we do it is we actually like to combine them. We have one long one and it reads from the same one. Is there a reason why you would rather have it as two separate fields, one for voice and one for texting?
Well, with this, we're always replacing the contents of that field. If you use our tool for chat summary, we always replace the contents of that
Oh, it's
field with the
replacing
latest
it.
summary. Yep.
Oh, okay. So when we do it, sorry, I know.
The way you do it is different. So the way
Yeah,
Arin does it
exactly.
is
Yeah.
it's a little bit more complex. Again,
Yeah.
that's why like their team has done it a certain way, make it behave that nth percent better. And we'll talk about that too. How easy it is to get to 80% good, how hard it is to get to 95% good from that 80%. So I'm showing you the easier way. Arin, now, let's have you share your screen and let's talk about some of the more technical side. Let's get some lessons learned out here for people. Also, I see that some people are getting booted from here. I see we have a lot of participants in here, so hopefully it's not happening for everyone. But if you are constantly getting booted, I'm not sure why. And maybe, I know it sucks, maybe try a different device. I think most people are not having an issue, but we've had this reported to us on our Zoom webinars. I'm not sure why it happens. It has to be a Zoom issue. Okay, let's take it away. Show them some technical foundational things that they should keep in mind when building their voice AI and how this translates to how they should doing it themselves versus like stuff you do if you implement this for people.
Absolutely. Let me share my screen and I can start talking through some of this stuff.
And if you think this is too much good information, I mean, we're just getting started.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Bryce, make sure to tell me if I'm getting too technical with this stuff because I get carried away. I start going deep with things, and so just cut me off if I start going a little bit too crazy or anything's going wrong or anything like that. How do I get rid of this Slack? Hold on, wait, let me get rid of this. That's on my screen. There we go.
Oh, that's why people are getting booted. Steven said too much good info. We have a couple people who have asked about the cost already. I don't know if you want to talk about the cost of your services now or later.
I can talk about it now briefly. Yeah. So we essentially copy like we've done our best to copy the high level model, to be honest with you. So we have a setup fee to be onboarded as an agency. Obviously we do it's all done for you. We only work with agency owners. If you're like a big business owner with like tons of leads, still chat to us. We can potentially work with you. But if you're like a one-man band or something like that, we really want to only work with just agency owners specifically because it's way easier for us and them. But yeah, so there's a setup fee and then it's $497 a month for unlimited clients. So you pay $497 a month and we will set up as many AI voice agents as you want, inbound, outbound, confirmations, DBR, like database reactivation, all that stuff. And then we have a pricing per minute as well for actually using the voice agent.
What's that pricing per minute?
It depends what plan you buy. It ranges from like 40 cents. If you basically buy like thousands of minutes all the time, then you can obviously get a lower rate. But it ranges from like around the 30 to 40 cent mark. Like it jumps around there. And that's per minute for actual talk time. That's not dials or anything like that. We also take care of all the Twilio for you. So there's no like fees for Twilio and all that kind of stuff. We cover everything with that.
Oh, okay. And does that handle like unlimited simultaneous calls?
Yeah, it's literally like it's as many clients as you want essentially. So it's like, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll talk more about that if people have other questions. Put them in the Q&A. I see some stuff floating into the Q&A, so love that. You guys that have been on calls with me, you know this about me. I'm a technical junkie, so please let me know in the chat if this gets too dense. I'm gonna try. I know you guys, and I'm gonna and the people that Arin serves are the people that will not like this next part probably as much. It's okay, don't leave. That's why Arin is here. You have an option to go to set this stuff up. He's just here to show you A, value you can take from this and implement today. And B, if you're non-technical, you know that you can trust this guy. Okay, let's go into it. Let's learn some stuff.
Let's do it. Awesome. So the main thing's the prompt, right? That is like the thing that feeds all of it, right? One really quick caveat I want to kind of throw in before I go over to prompting is that so many people believe that AI voice is all about just getting the voice sounding good. And yes, that is part of it. But at the same time, so much goes into the infrastructure of the AI voice, right? It's like, for example, with the examples I'm going to show you in a second, it's like if the AI voice makes a phone call at 1 a.m. to someone who's just come in, if you want to do that, and let's say the human team isn't active and you don't want a live transfer, then how does the AI voice know what time it is to be able to what to do at certain times? If it's out of hours, send it to CloseBot. If it's in hours, try and live transfer. If the live transfer fails, then send it to CloseBot. Like all that infrastructure, all the reports, like all that stuff is such a big workload. I'm going to talk about AI voice prompting now, but like I just want to quickly throw that in there. Like the AI voice in these voice agencies is actually a small part of it. Really, it's the whole infrastructure, which is such a big deal. But yeah, AI voice prompting. So let me quickly. Cool, awesome. So you have two kinds of prompting, and most people will be familiar with the conversational prompting. So conversational prompting is essentially you talking to ChatGPT, right? You ask it a question, it gives you an answer. You're not maybe over the moon with it, and you're like, oh, change this bit, change that bit, and it like adjusts as you go, and you can eventually get this really nice, beautiful bit of copy you're trying to make or picture or whatever you're trying to do, right? But then you've got something called one-shot prompting. So one-shot prompting is essentially you have one prompt, you give it to the LLM, and it just has to perform and get whatever you want out of that prompt. You can't go back and forth with it. And so with AI voice, everything is one-shot prompting, right? So like I said, the conversational prompting, ChatGPT gives you a response, send another message, gives you another response, and you keep going back and forth. One-shot prompting, one chance, that's it. Obviously, you can iterate on that, right? So what you can do is you can make adjustments afterwards, but you can't make adjustments during. That's where it doesn't work. And so what we need to be able to do is engineer a prompt so good that when the AI voice is running, it will perform fantastically without having to try and get involved and change things halfway through because you can't. It's one-shot prompting, right? So all AI voice uses one-shot prompting.
And
so I'm going to try and
is it multilingual?
Yes, it is. Yep. So it can do. Oh, Ramses is here. Hey, Ramses. Ramses is one of our clients. Actually, he's the account I'm going to show you actually in a second. So yeah, it's all multilingual. The only thing with the multilingual stuff, Bryce, is that if you're using like an American accent and you want it to speak French, then it can like some of the words can sound a bit funny. So we'd recommend using like a French speaking person as the voice and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely multilingual. We actually had one example where the client, the lead was talking to the AI in English, but because of the background noise, there was a guy behind the lead talking in Turkish. And the AI was like, "Oh, by the way, I can speak to you in Turkish if you prefer." And she was like, "Okay." And it just started. Then the rest of the conversation was in Turkish. Like it was really cool actually, and the person was really impressed by it. Obviously, at that point, they know it's AI. Well, they might not. They might think it's just a multilingual person, but a lot of people at that point will know. But yeah, it is really cool. It can do a very good job of it.
And what
And so,
about
go on.
outreach? Can this do outreach or inbound?
It does so. It does outbound and inbound. There's a lot of legality around cold calling and like cold outreach with AI voice, so you can't use it for cold calling. But if someone's opting in some sort of form and they're agreeing to receiving automated calls, then it's absolutely fine. And so that's really where we work best. It's an ads agency, maybe for example like the dental niche. They're generating leads for their clients. People are opting in, but their callers just aren't able to get to them fast enough, or their clients just aren't calling at all, right? And then they're blaming the agency for a lack of results. It's like you're not even doing the thing you're supposed to be doing. And so that's where the AI voice can come in and it can phone up them leads, speed to lead, power dial, all that kind of stuff.
And
And
guys,
so,
I actually don't know the answer to this. I'm not just feeding him questions. So these are the kinds of reasons why CloseBot doesn't do voice. I'm not obsessive over it. Arin is.
yeah, I love it. I love this stuff. And so with the prompting, you can honestly get 80% there with any prompt you make. So if you just go to ChatGPT and say, "Hey, I'm doing AI voice, I've got this thing, I've got this script, make me a prompt." You'll be able to like get 80% of the way there. I'm not saying you can't do that.
So
And
do you encourage people to do that if they're just trying to come up with something as a foundation? That's a good way to get started.
yes, yeah, if you're just starting out and you're in a situation where you want to just kind of get started, definitely use AI because AI knows AI and it can give you that. I'm going to be making a lot more content about this very soon on my YouTube. So I'll be putting content about how to build prompts and all that kind of stuff very soon as well. Um, but yeah, for now, like it's a good start. I don't want to say it's kind of like the equivalent is like saying to someone who wants to lose weight, being like, should they buy workout videos first? It's like they should just go to the gym and just do it properly. But if they, the workout videos will do for now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that all makes sense.
you can get 80% of the way there, like I said, with the Grand ChatGPT, but the last 20% is what makes an AI voice agent go from I can kind of tell it's AI to oh my God, I couldn't even tell. That sounds great, right? And just to clarify something, like we can't get to 100% perfect prompts. Like it's maybe in the near future, but right now, like even me and my team working full time, like perfecting every little prompt, like you're still only going to get to like 95% and maybe a little bit higher. You're never going to get it perfect, right? And so the work that takes you from the 80% to that 100%, it exponentially gets harder. It's like every percentage point beyond that 80%, it's like you really have to put in the work to get there. And that's obviously we've worked with, like I said, hundreds of clients, hundreds of projects. We've got all these like that's where it comes in so well with us because we have the experience of like we know what the perfect prompt is and we can just plug that straight in. But I'm not saying that people can't work it out on their own. They definitely can. It just takes a lot of work. And so the way AI works is it's probabilistic. So, like I said, let's say you get 95% there. Let's say our scripts, right? Our prompts, we get 95% where the best we can get them. That still means that 1 out of 20 times your AI voice is going to screw up because it's probabilistic. So if you've got 95% perfect prompts, it means 1 out of 20 times there's going to be like a little hiccup. There's going to be something that says things, and like even some of the voice recordings that I can potentially show, like you'll still hear like little things here and there, but most of the time, again, 95% of the time, it works really well and it does a great job. And so this is why it can be so difficult to get it right because it's probabilistic.
And let's vibe on that for a second.
Yep.
I see the issue, and you tell me if you notice this. People come into CloseBot and they get their stuff, and with text, it's easier to get near the 100, because we have way more time to respond. So CloseBot can do a lot of really complicated stuff on the back end to get closer to the 100. But they'll notice an edge case. They come into CloseBot and they try to tweak for that edge case, and they accidentally get further away from the 100% because now they introduce they're like over constraining the system, and it makes it screw up in areas that it used to do really well. They start to have conflicting information in their prompts, even though they forget about it. Maybe they have an upload that says something, but then in a different section they're saying something else that contradicts what's on their website. and that's in the upload section. So be
People
like,
over engineer their prompt so much. Like that is the mistake you make. You over engineer the prompt, and you start to get hallucinations. So the like you could sit there and you could write every little, like, if they say this, do this. If they do this, do like, and you write this huge thing, and all of a sudden it just starts making crap up. It just starts making stuff up. It starts hallucinating, and
it
the whole
feels
thing falls apart.
trapped,
Yeah,
and it
it's
has to
horrible.
do its best. It's trained to make you happy, and it's like, I don't know, never makes me rewarded in my training. So I have to come up with something. I don't know what to say. I'm going to do my best.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah.
And so what people are shooting for when they go in there and they're over constraining these systems is they're aiming for something that it beats or exceeds humans. These systems do beat and exceed humans, but you, Aaron, you and I were talking earlier about how it's different than most people think. How do they exceed or beat humans? And how is that
Yeah, I
different from
love
the
this. I actually want to
expectations?
quickly see if I can get to the let me quickly get to that, because, well, I can just explain it anyway. But basically, essentially what it is the say I'll tell you what, can people just quickly put a quick one in the chat if you have a human team phoning up your clients' leads, or if you've got anything like that. Okay, cool. We got a couple of people.
I mean,
Yeah, okay, we
I'll
got
even
loads
throw
of
one
people.
in there. Like we have a
Yeah,
customer
yeah,
success
yeah.
team, and there sometimes they jump in. Yeah, like we have humans at CloseBot too doing stuff.
So the way I'm trying to find the slide, but it's very simple. I don't want to try and find the slide for it. It doesn't really matter. That here we go. Cool. This is it. Right. So essentially, the way it works, and this is the analogy I use for everyone, when your clients are on the phone with one of your leads, right? Your clients are always going to outperform your setters. It's just like it's always going to happen like that. When you're The reason why your setters can still outperform your clients overall in terms of booking rates and things like that is because your setters take more swings at target. They take more shots at target, right? So your client, when they're actually on the phone, they can engage better. They know the service better. Everything's just better, right? But then when it comes to your setters being on the phone, they're not as good, but they phone faster and they phone more often. They're just more efficient. And so they can get more people on the phone, they take more shots at target, and so they actually get better results because of that, right? And then it's one step next for the AI voice. So if your setters, if they're well trained, they should be better than the AI voice on the phone. They can engage better, they can speak, like everything's just the rapport better, everything's better, right? But the AI voice will be faster at phoning them up when the speed to leads way faster. They're more efficient. They can phone in the night. They don't take days and weekends off. Like all that kind of stuff compiles, and they actually end up outperforming the human setters just because they're taking more shots on target. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and you know this because you've actually run tests. Like you ran a whole ass call center. Like you know the numbers and you are anal about KPIs. And then to take
That is
those same
exactly it.
KPIs and then see like, okay, the funnel is tighter. Like, yeah, maybe less appointments per lead are getting booked, but the number of leads because of the no sick days, because of the more like the quicker next call, the quicker answers, like all that stuff stacks up to get more at bats, which leads to
Exactly
more
that.
closes.
Yeah, that is exactly it. It's like if you actually looked at the drop in terms of, like, if you looked at, okay, how many conversations converted into a booked appointment, the client will perform better than your setters, the setters will perform better than the AI. But if you look at how many booked appointments you get from the leads that have come in, the booking rate, then you'll see that it's actually the other way around. The AI voice is better than the setters is better than and this is, by the way, this is all assuming that your clients do a terrible job phoning up their leads. If your client's really quick at phoning leads and they're like speed leads under 60 seconds and they're being consistent with it, like they're going to outperform your setters, right? Like,
That's
so it
another
depends
thing.
on.
Yeah. If if you're not drowning in leads and having leads coming in like overnight and trying to solve those types of problems and you're just getting started, the businesses you serve for don't really get a ton of calls and they can always answer the phone. Like, don't do this,
That's
right?
exactly it. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. It's exactly like this. It goes back to like the whole thing of like, what's the bottleneck? Hormozy says this all the time. What's the bottleneck of your company? Like, if you're not struggling with booking rates and you're not struggling with show rates, and like, don't worry about any of this. Like, just worry about the thing you need to worry about.
We have a couple questions I want to get answered. Um, Voicemails. Does your system leave voicemails?
You can do. We actually recommend not doing that though. We find that you just waste minutes. you end up wasting like a minute or 30 seconds. And if you leave a voicemail every single time you call, first of all, like your numbers will they just start to get worn out a little bit faster. But also the second thing is that you're just wasting so many minutes on like voicemails. And who even listens to their voicemails? I don't know. I've never really noticed the stats on voicemails have never been great for
I
me.
keep mine full so that I don't get new.
Yeah, like I don't think anyone really listens to them. Like it's not really a thing anymore.
What about who do you use as a provider? Can you talk about that? Do you talk about that? Do you have like
Provider
the
for
voice
what?
on the voice side?
So we use 11 Labs for our like actual spoken voice. In terms of like everyone always says to me like, oh, do you use VAPI? Do you like we generally just like built this out custom. It's like using Claude. It's like all NA like it's this whole when you listen to like if you speak to my own voice agent or like I show some call recordings, whatever, you'll hear there's like a lot of filler words, there's like a lot of like conversational flow, and it's just a lot of these other providers, they can't do that. They can't provide the way we do it. So that's why
And
we have to like custom build it.
we're gonna have a demo of this too, but
Yeah.
it's all custom. It's a combination of code, N8N, other stuff all tied in. Like it's
Provider agnostic is the word I'd use. Provider
a
agnostic.
network.
Yeah.
Let me
We
make
choose the best
sure.
one.
We
Yeah.
have some people asking about setup costs. Let's save that to the end. I just don't want to interrupt flow. Someone
I'll
said,
be very honest about the thing about the setup costs quickly is that like I don't really want to give like an exact setup price because like our price might change in like and I don't want to be like you told me that it was like but the 497 is sticking around forever. That's why I'm happy to say that one. Yeah.
yes, there will be a replay. Is the AI built from scratch? Yes, yes, built from scratch. We already answered
Yep.
that. Sorry, I'm just trying to knock some of these out.
You're good. You're good.
Do you help with two-way sync on the calendar integration? So that specific question is like they use a different calendar that's not in GHL.
Yeah, that's well, it depends. Have they got an API?
So
The
you
calendar's got an
can do some
API.
of that custom stuff.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We've done it with Calendly's on obvious one, right? Go high level. We've got like a bunch of so a lot of these medical niches. They have like these weird calendars. As long as it's got an API that we can access, then we can configure it to that. It's absolutely fine.
And then the last question for now, and I see some questions up. I'm going to get to these. I'm just trying to keep it in line with what we're talking about now. What's your opinion on the cadence of like, for example, someone fills out a form. Do you text
Yep.
them first? Do you call them first?
I do. I text them straight away just because you just might as well. But then I also call them straight away. I want to call them as well straight away.
And
And
then
I'll
whichever answers you carry on with that,
no,
right?
no, I still call them. So yeah, so like even if someone texts back, like I don't care, I'm calling them. Like if anything, I'm calling them even more now because like I know they're on their phone because they just text me. So it's like calling. Just a quick side note thing, like people say to me all the time, "Oh, how do I get a better booking rate? Oh my, is it my this? Is that?" It's like the biggest thing you can do is just phone your lead within 60 seconds. Like just do that. Like do that over and over and over. That is like I did a whole thing, a whole study with Gym Launch on this and we looked at like the data from like when did people actually book in. So my cadence is always phoning leads twice a day, every day for 7 days. And we looked at where the drop off was on that. And we found that 92% of the appointments came in the first 3 days. And I can't remember the exact figure. So like 80 something percent of that was in like the first time we called them. It was like the speed to lead is like everything. You have to call them within 60 seconds.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do want to touch too, because so I I see some stuff in here. We have one or two people that are genuinely upset at us at CloseBot for saying we're going to do voice. I'm sorry about that. My intention was definitely not deception. I believe strongly in us staying very focused, though, on what we're doing. Text and voice, very different things. I, as the founder of CloseBot, am obsessive about text. It keeps me up at night. I dream about it. I can't hire someone that's not a founder to be that obsessive about voice. And in 2026, and I'm saying this just in case they got kicked off and came back on or came in late, because this is a really important thing. In 2026, the businesses that go wide instead of deep are going to get killed. They're not going to survive. If you are with a company that you feel is going too wide, they are not going to survive. That is that. Other companies that can survive, even if they do go a little bit wider, is with data. CloseBot, for example, I was texting 2,000 contacts a day myself before A2P for real estate sales outreach. Again, before A2P, it was all cold outreach. I had the data. We brought that into CloseBot. Arin, similar sort of thing. Running call centers since before AI was a thing. He has tons of data on calls. I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have the obsession. I don't have the data. It is in your best interest that I introduce you guys to people on the voice side that I know and trust based on who I know can survive 2026. And this is that. And so that I can build the best application for you guys, we are not doing voice. Okay. Hopefully that answers that stuff. Sorry for the little tangent.
You're fine. I want to quickly touch on something you just said there, which is really, really important as well, is that same way with CloseBot, it's like it's the software, but you also have your expertise of like, you know what messages convert, you have all that data, right? And it's the same thing here is like, we're not just building AI voice for people. It's not like some software we've built, like, hey, you can just plug in the AI voice, whatever. It's like we're bringing the whole done for you system is we're bringing our sales knowledge, we're bringing all the knowledge, all the thousands, hundreds of thousands of phone calls we've done for gym launch, all these other guys, like what converts the best, what works the best, just our experience as well. We bring all that. The whole point of our system isn't to just make a nice sounding AI voice, it's to actually get your clients more booked appointments and more shows. That like so you need to bring the data with you. Yeah.
And that's a little bit different than other stuff. Again, we're talking a little bit too, yes, on voice, but also do it yourself versus done for you. Couple things that I'm hearing on the done for you through Arin. Yes, you still have the ability to edit stuff. So you still have that ability, but it's going to be built best on the whole system best practices. Like someone asking, hey, do I text or call when they form fill? And Arin is like, oh, the way we set it up, we do both. You know, we continue on text if they're responding on text, but we pull that in to the voice side and we're still giving them a call, but it knows all the, like, for someone on this call to get to that point, doing it themselves is just going to take you a lot more time. If you have time and don't have money, definitely, hopefully you're learning some stuff from this. Otherwise, just know, like, Arin has that knowledge.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. What do you want to vibe on next?
Oh, let's go into some questions again. There's the setup fee. So in real estate investing, they said you are allowed to cold call under the coffee versus fast, easy offers. Must have been a litigation case. The court distinguished buying activity from selling services. And so this is getting into some nuance, right? When someone works with you, like they can use it to call people.
Yeah.
But if
What do you
if
mean?
they get in trouble, they get in trouble. Like, so
Yeah,
it's up to
like
Michael here to understand who he should and should not be using this system for
exactly.
to some
We
degree.
I can give you advice. We got to be very careful with this. I'm not a lawyer. I cannot give you legal advice. I can give you entertainment advice in a fantasy world, what I think would is legal and what isn't. Um, but at the same time, we are calling on behalf of you. So, like, you know, we get you to sign contracts and stuff. Like, it's up to like we won't call someone you don't want us to call. Absolutely not. We'll call people you want us to call. But if that leads you to some, you know, you didn't follow the rules, you're a bad player, whatever, that's on you guys for sure.
I just noticed the time too. I think we should do a demo.
Yeah.
How do you feel on that?
Yeah. Well, we've got, I want to, there's two things. I want to definitely do a demo. I think that's great. And I'd love to show a bit of like some
Oh
examples I
yeah.
found of
So
like
let's show
where
some
we've used
stuff.
CloseBot. Yep.
First of all, we haven't even said the name of your company or even like shown the platform that they can log into to do edits and monitor KPIs, and we haven't seen the conversations. So we have a lot to get through in 17 minutes. Let's do that.
Cool. So should I show a bit more about my company first and then how it all connects up and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Let's do it.
This was not
So
intended to be a super sales pitch, guys.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I definitely want you guys, like, if this is what you need, like,
And,
so
and also at the same time, like I'm all for people doing it on their own as well. Like I'm not saying you have to work like so I'm like I said, if Bryce was he knew it'd be valuable for the community. And come follow me on YouTube and stuff. I'll put a load of free stuff on there. You want to start building out on your own, you definitely can do that. Yeah, I think it's either way. I think just what I'm trying to get out here is like AI voice is really like it's there now, and I think so many opportunities are being missed because people aren't using it. That's really what I'm trying to push here.
Yeah,
Um,
show them what your platform looks like. Talk
yeah,
about
for
the
sure.
integration. Show them the actual conversations that are a mix between CloseBot and
Yeah, let's
voice.
just let's go through all of it. So this is obviously just a test account. I'm not gonna show real like real data with any of my clients, obviously. But yeah, basically you get access to a dashboard that looks like this. And so in here, we've really done our best to make this synonymous. Is that the right word? I can't speak English sometimes. The trying to make this as close to goal high level as we can, right? And so with this, it's like we've got your agency view account, and then you have your projects here. So you can go into each of these ones, you can click these and see, okay, what's the number of leads we've got, the total calls, the call time, the pickup rate, conversations, booking rates, live transfers, all that kind of stuff, right? That all goes into here. It gives you all these like really nice metrics and breakdowns, all that kind of stuff. And so you can see this per client, or you can see a total as well. It's up to you how you want to see it, right? The really cool thing about this is that this whole platform is fully white labeled. We want you to be able to go, like, okay, same way you go high level, we want you to be able to go out and resell this to your clients, and they think it's your software and you're the one doing the AI voice and all that kind of stuff. So if I quickly click down here to this white label section, you can change all the brand. Oh, sorry, it's locked me out. Give me a second. I sat on the thing for too long, and it
Yeah, killed the
let me
session.
quickly. Yeah, let me quickly. You know how it is with this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Let me quickly log in.
And we have some people in here asking about like, okay, what is the next step to get it from the 80% to the 100%?
I can talk through that as well.
Maybe we
The only
can,
problem, this is gonna
Arin,
be like a 3 hour webinar. That's the only problem.
can you share some of the slides with
Slides,
me and maybe I can
absolutely.
email out the slides after this?
Yep, I'd love to. I'll
Because
send the
there
slides
is a
after
bunch of
this.
information in there about like how do you get that better? We just
I
covered a little
talk
bit.
just to really quickly, just kind of like tease people if that's the right word. I've got like a whole thing here about like where is it? Yeah, all this stuff like how we break out our voice prompts, 3 different sections, why we do it. We give examples of the different sections. We get like I've got all this stuff in here. So yeah, more than happy to share this and people can start building on their own. I think that's great. I love that. Okay, cool. Let me share my screen again. So going back to frick's sake, hold on. Technical issues.
While you're doing that, I'm going to answer some questions.
Yeah, go
We
on,
are
keep
going to
going.
get to the demo. Guys, rest assured, like there's only so much talking you can do with an AI voice that's just for demo purposes. So it's not like we need 20 minutes to run the voice demo. That can be quick. How does this compare to other tools, including the built-in high level, assistable, building yourself, others? Again, he's backed by data. He knows exactly how to build it. For one, knows exactly how to integrate it with your other systems. So accounting for open and closed hours, custom tools that would require a custom script to tie into like different calendars. Like this is going to be better.
The analogy I use for it is like, why do your clients not do Facebook ads themselves? It's like they've got access to Facebook, they can go into the business manager and they can upload their own ads and they can run their own Facebook ads.
That's true.
But the reason why people don't do that is because they don't know marketing, they don't know how to set it up properly, they don't know how to connect it to go high level and then do that. They don't know all that stuff. So like they can figure it out, but they don't do it because it's a lot of work, it distracts you, and it's like a lot of work to figure it all out. That's essentially the difference between like high level and these other like assistable and that kind of stuff. It's like it's the same thing basically. But yeah, sorry, right. Where was I? So white label. So first, the white label section. You can change obviously the app's name. You can put different logos in here. With the features, you've got custom colors, custom typography, custom domains. So up here, for example, it says app.teamfollowup.ai. You can change that to whatever company name you want. So it's all fully branded to be your thing. And then the cool thing about that is obviously, like I was saying, where you can see your project view. If you go to user management here, you can actually give your clients their own email and password, and you can give them project user access to each of your whatever project you want to give them. So they can go in and they can see their own data, and even things like the call history, the call recordings, the summaries, all that's in here, which is really, really nice. So yeah, it works very well that way. When it comes to even like the rebilling, so a lot of people will say to me, oh, how can I make money with this, right? How can I make money with like on top of what's going on? And so with the My Wallet section, you can connect up your Stripe account, here, and then you can see all your projects down here, and you can toggle these on and off. If you want to do rebilling, you can. If you don't want to do rebilling, you don't have to. So if I like turn this on, you can put a multiplier on the minutes, and And then you can also, the really cool thing is you can actually connect, because we've connected your Stripe into it, we can pull from your Stripe, we can pull that in and connect that, the customer ID from Stripe into here. So you haven't got to ask your clients, hey, you got to put your card details in again or anything like that. It's all very seamless. And one
So if
thing
you
that
guys have been part of CloseBot recently, like it's all the same as CloseBot on here. You can connect to existing Stripe customers. You can rebuild the markup you want. They can see the dashboard stuff. You can white label the experience. You are the power one though. You can go set all this up.
Yeah, exactly that. And with that, a lot of people say to me, like, there's a big problem with Go High Level at the moment with the rebilling, is that if your card gets charged, but your client's card fails, Go High Level will still let them use text and minutes. And they'll just like rinse you. And you end up, I've got one client at the moment that's got $100,000 in outstanding invoices in Go High Level. It's crazy. And so what we've built into this as well is a hard stop feature. So even if you've got a credit with us, if your client falls below a certain limit, whatever you want to set it to, then if that hits that limit, it will stop all the AI voice going for that client. So you're never going to be slapped with a bill for, like, no, it's not going to eat into your credits if your client hasn't paid, basically, which is a really nice little bit there as well. But yeah, this is basically the kind of the whole platform. When it comes to actually making changes to the voice, people don't like this, but we don't let you do it yourself. The whole point of it being done for you is that you don't mess about with prompts and over engineer them and all that kind of stuff. So we have a dedicated Slack channel with you with all our developers in there, and we do calls with you and all that kind of stuff. And any changes you want, you let us know in the Slack channel. We go in same day, we update it for you, and then we keep testing. But that's the other thing as well. We've got live humans that are listening to the calls constantly. And when we pick up on things before our clients do, and we'll fix them and we'll keep iterating and that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, you can't edit it, the prompts or anything in here. It's all got to be through our Slack channel. Hope that makes sense. Yeah. And also we use that AI for improvements as well. Like we're using AI to actually help improve AI as well, like over time. Is pretty cool. There's actually one more bit which isn't in here yet, but it's going to be very cool. A lot of our clients, they want demo voice. They want demo agents to show their clients before they sign up. And so it's not there yet, but it'll be ready very soon. There's actually going to be a section here where you can give some information to our AI, and it will create the prompts and it will put it in your Slack channel automatically. And obviously we'll engineer it for you and help you out a little bit with it. So you can have these demos, even before you got a client with you, you can have these pre-made demos using your client's information and whatever else, just to wow them before they even sign up. So we'll build bots for you before you even got a client ready, basically, which is really cool. Do you want me to give you, should I give you, I guess I can give you a call, Bryce, right? Do you want me to get it to call you? I don't want to be biased and like ask it questions that I know it's going to do well with or whatever, you know. All right, let me quickly. Can you write your number to me on Facebook or something? I don't want to put your number in the chat. You might get a few technical questions at 2 a.m. or whatever it is.
Yes.
No, it's Michael Riordan said, is this built off Go High Level? No, it's not built off Go High Level. We connect into a Go High Level. So just a quick thing about Go High Level here is that we have our own snapshot. We load it into the account for you. We use Go High Level to just for some of the automations, but all the AI voice is done outside of Go High Level. So it's not Go High Level AI voice. We're not using Go High Level AI voice. It's our own thing that we've built. Okay, cool. Let me quickly check the chat. Okay, cool. Make sure your phone's not on Do Not Disturb. Because that'd be embarrassing. I love how Americans never give the country code to their cell phone. They just assume
is that a thing we do?
Everyone knows it's plus.
You know.
Everyone knows. Come on, we're the best nation in the world. Everyone knows. Okay, cool. I'll get it to give you a call now.
That's hilarious. Never thought about that.
So it's not just you. Everyone does it.
Was it a 507 number?
I'm not. Yeah, it rung you. I can see it rung you. Did you not?
Can you do it again?
Yeah, I can do it again, of course.
Permanently have my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Oh.
I don't know how to like take it off all the way.
I love that. Let me try again.
But maybe if I have because I see I got a call and it
did call you.
Intercepted.
Put it on loudspeaker.
Nope. Do it again.
Oh,
I didn't intercept it fast enough.
I love how your phone's on permanently Do Not Disturb. That's crazy. Let me try one more time. Obviously, put it on loudspeaker as well when it comes through. Hopefully, your mic doesn't like noise cancel it or anything.
Hello?
Hey, is this Bryce?
Yeah. Who's this?
Bryce, Arin from Team Follow Up AI. So I see you signed up to learn how AI voice agents can like save time and money in your business. So I thought I'd call and show you myself.
Yeah.
How's your day going so far?
Thinking about it, but I don't know.
Totally get it, Bryce. Honestly, a lot of people are kind of curious, but not sure if it's worth their time. Just so I don't waste yours, can I ask a couple quick questions? See if this even makes sense to you.
Yeah.
First one, are you an agency owner?
I
For that. Next one, what kind of monthly revenue?
Your mic, by the way, your mic keeps cutting. I don't know if your mic
Here,
keeps cutting in
you
and
keep
out. It
it
sounds
close.
like it. Yeah, but let me try one more time.
Mhm.
Your mic keeps cutting in and out. Hold on a second, because I can hear it's talking and it stops and then it's like goes quiet, but I can hear it say I can see it saying something. Let me try one more time.
Yeah, something I notice, because this is my first time testing, but like the every once in a while, like it sounds exactly like you. So is it going to sound exactly like you when you set it up?
No, it's whoever you want it to sound like, right? It's whoever you want it to sound like. I've actually got some like if the noise cancelling keeps like playing up, I've got some other things I can show you. But I don't think you can turn noise cancelling off Zoom. That's the problem. Let's try again.
Hello?
Hey, is this Bryce?
Yeah. Yeah. What's up?
Follow up AI. So I see you signed up to learn how AI voice agents can like save time and money in your business. So I thought I'd call and show you myself. How's your day going so far?
So this is it right now.
Yeah, exactly. You're actually talking to the AI voice agent right now. I'm literally doing the job I'm trying to sell you on, which is kind of fun, right? So before we dive in, can I ask, are you an agency owner?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Thanks for confirming. Just to clarify, when you said sick, did you mean your monthly revenue is around $6,000, or was that something else?
Oh no, I was saying sick. Like this is really cool. No, I'm making more than that. I'm a good agency owner.
Got it. Thanks for clearing that up. And compliment, right? Cool. So just to check, what kind of monthly revenue are you at right now?
I'd rather not say.
Totally bad, right? As long as you're, comfortably above the 5K mark, we're probably a good fit. What niche is your agency in?
Embarrassing. I'm not niche down yet.
Hey, no worries at all. Honestly, a lot of agencies start broad before they find their sweet spot. You're definitely not alone there. So, what kind of problems do you usually run into with calls or follow up in your business?
Mostly it's like middle of the night and just coordinating with like the other systems I use, automations, booking stuff. I'm using like internal tools right now and it's just not there yet.
I totally get that. Juggling late night calls and trying to make all your systems play nice together can be a real headache. The cool thing is, AI voice agents like me can handle calls 24/7.
It's like, that's cool.
Yeah, like it, right?
And like, I was trying to start to play with some interruptions, some longer statements versus shorter. It didn't get interrupted when I would say like something super short.
Exactly. There's something we built into it, which is essentially it's like it detects what you said. So a lot of time, because if you're talking, right, this is one of the problems with AI voice. Well, it was previously, is that you'll be talking and you'll go, yeah, like you'll be confirming,
And
like
it
when they're
stops.
talking, and it stops, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't do that. It will know that you just said something really short, like a yes or what. It will detect that, but it won't let it interrupt it. It will just carry on like usual. And so there's definitely like, and by the way, like we can, with that system we've got there, we've got it with like Go High Level, like obviously it connects to Go High Level, but then we've got like separate workflows are all triggering and all that kind of stuff. The latency.
And someone said needs light typing sound. Maybe you guys couldn't hear everything. There was light typing sound here and there. There was breathing. There was like it had.
That's exactly it. Yeah,
it had all that.
It does a lot of like even when you're talking, Bryce, you couldn't hear it, but it will be like
yes,
like as
and
you're
I
talking.
heard that.
Yeah, exactly.
So because I don't want people to hop off right at and then miss like the next steps. I think big takeaways from this are we're going to have a recording to this. We're going to send out the slides that have a lot more technical information on how you can improve any voice system you're using. Obviously, it's not going to be able to automatically detect and do little things that Arin and his team can do that really drive more revenue. But what's the next steps for how people should get in contact with you, what they should do if they feel like you are a good fit for them to set up stuff for them and their clients?
Yeah, what I actually want to do is I've already, I've obviously created you a landing page, Bryce. I'd love to share that in the chat quickly. And then if people want to test the bot themselves, they can literally put their phone number in and speak to it just so they can see like what it's like,
That's great.
So I'm just gonna really quickly just share that in the chat now. Give me 2 seconds.
We had a bunch of questions too that didn't get answered, what's the best place for people to find you and ask their questions?
Good question. Instagram. Message me on Instagram. I always check my Instagram messages. That'll be the best. I'll put my Instagram handle in as well before people jump off.
Perfect.
So that's the thing. And then my Instagram handle, I'll just quickly find my Instagram. I usually do voice notes on Instagram. Hope people don't mind. It's not AI. I promise it's me. It's not it's not some thing. Slash Arin. Okay, this link should work from Instagram. If not, my handle is just Arin _ parking like that. If that's not working for any reason. If people want to stick around, I'd love to show people a bit about how it's actually even connecting to CloseBot and that kind of stuff within, some examples.
Yeah. Do you
If we've
have
got time, I'm good. I'll go for as long as you need.
Yeah, I do that. Let's do it. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
sure I don't have anything.
Little.
Yeah, go for it. For anyone who wants to stick around, he has actual examples of real life production conversations it's had with both CloseBot and the voice AI.
Is there a way to like pin links? Wait, sorry, I've shared it to the. Sorry, guys, I've shared it to hosts and panelists, not everyone. How do can I share links, Bryce? I can't see how to do that. I can only share it to hosts and panelists, not to everyone.
Let me share.
If you want to maybe just reshare the links I'll put above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
cool.
That's the Instagram, and this is the page to go to learn more and experience it yourself.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Yeah, cool. So let me talk you guys through.
Also put it in the resources. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Absolutely fine. So let me quickly open this up here.
I also want to call, while you're doing that, we have another webinar coming up next week. This is Arin, more so done for you. They're going to be able to set up you'll see, like the coordination between two platforms, probably better booking, better nuance, better tweaking, getting you from that 80 to 100%. Do it yourself. We have our preferred do it yourself platform, Thinker. We're going to be inviting them to come on and speak with us and do a similar sort of thing, but more so if you're looking for a do it yourself option. Again, won't get you as close to that 100%, but that option is coming. So look for that.
Exactly.
And that's in the resources as well, along with the link for the landing page there.
Cool. So yeah, I'll just quickly talk through an example. I've actually got Ramsey's is still here. I'm not sure if he's still here or not. But Ramsey's one of our clients. He's absolutely crushing it right now. And so what we've done for him is that we have, like I was saying earlier, we have the AI voice that are all the leads that come through, we phone them straight away. And then what we do is if it's within office hours, if they're qualified and it's within office hours, we will then live transfer them to his human team, who will then take deposits. If it's outside of working hours, then a tag gets added, it gets sent to CloseBot, and then CloseBot's the one that actually closes the deal and gets the deposit. And it's been a really cool system. It's worked out very well. It's been very cool. So I just want to kind of give people a quick overview of how this works. So yeah, so this lead came in at 8:41 p.m. This is whatever time zone. And then 8:46, they got, this is 8:46. The call wasn't made at 8:46. The way it works is we do the call outside of Go High Level, but we use inbound webhooks to put the call back into Go High Level. So this basically means when the call was over. So at 8:46 was when the call was over. We put it in. That's why it says 8:46. So actually, this call happened within less than 60 seconds.
It says your calendar link is not showing availability. Wanted to interrupt in case anyone's having that problem.
Okay. Give me. Wait. Maybe my sales guys are.
So after the call.
Maybe there's too many book calls already.
Or maybe that may be it too.
Yeah, what I'll do is straight after this call, I will add my own availability to the calendar because I don't want people being left in the dark. And you guys might be able to get a chance to speak to me rather than my sales guy, quote unquote. So just give me 10, 15 more minutes and I'll make sure that's fixed for everyone. Check it in a little bit. Yeah, cool. So I'll quickly just play. This is again, these are all live recordings. So I'll just quickly play it. And by the way, you'll hear with some of these, the whole 95% thing I was saying, there are definitely a couple of little bits where you're like, oh, I can tell that's AI because we know it's AI. But most people when on the phone, you'll hear what I mean. People can't really tell, which is incredible. So I'll just quickly, and by the way, you said about the voices earlier, Bryce, we can do this with my voice. We can do this with any voice you want, your own voice. We have different accents, Australian, English, any accent you want. This is just like a standard American woman's voice, but you can change it to be whatever you want to make it sound more natural or however you want to do it. So I'll just quickly play this. If I play this, can you hear this? Can Can you hear that?
Barely.
I might have to reshare with sound. Give me a second. I can't share with sound. Is that a setting? I think maybe because it's a web. What I'll do, I'll turn my volume up and hopefully you can hear it from my mic. Let me try again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, this is Anna calling from animetattoos.com. So, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So, I'm reaching out on behalf of Trachi about your idea for the tattoo running up your back and onto your shoulder, just to see if it was eligible for one of our sponsorships.
One really quick thing I want to add to this, I think this is a really cool thing. When someone submits the form, they say what kind of tattoo they want, and that feeds into the prompt automatically. So as soon as it starts that conversation, it knows what prompt it was. And with this particular situation, it's anime tattoos. And sometimes we don't even tell them what the tattoo is of, but the AI, because AI, it's like, oh, it belongs to this series. And I'm like, I have no idea what's it. But like that AI knows it because AI is really cool, stuff like that. I'll keep playing it.
Do you have like 2 minutes?
Yeah, I've got a few minutes.
Awesome, thanks. Just a quick heads up. My service has been a bit spotty, so I appreciate your patience if my voice cuts out sometimes. So first up,
It's all good.
thanks. So about the tattoo size, you mentioned you're looking for something in the $800 to $1,200 range. That's usually what we call a half-day tattoo.
Got it. Realistically, I didn't know exactly how big it would be. I mean, the character, I don't know if you looked at the photo yet, the character itself is only the size of like a squirrel. Even if this character were hypothetically real, it's not going to be very big. So yeah, I think I clicked full day by mistake. I meant half day. I've gotten a half day tattoo before. I think I clicked full day by mistake.
No worries at all. So yeah, a half-day tattoo is perfect for something like Tito since he's about squirrel sized. That fits right in the 3 to 4 hour range. It's great for single characters or smaller designs, so you're definitely on track. Okay, cool. So basically what we look for are like 2 main things. The first is that your idea has to relate to anime, gaming, or pop culture, and I see your tattoo is from Nausicaa.
I mean, I was going to say Studio Ghibli counts as anime, right? Japanese animated film.
Absolutely. Studio Ghibli totally counts as anime. Like Nausicaa is a classic, so you're all good there. And the second is that you're okay with Trachi potentially using it in their portfolio. And we might also feature it on our website, which is animetattoos.com. So yeah.
I see no issue with that. Absolutely, I am.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Awesome. Now, just a quick one.
So you see how there is like, it's really good at the person saying like, awesome, awesome. Like they're like confirming stuff and it doesn't stop. It doesn't randomly just stop and be like, oh, like what the hell? Like it continues the conversation and it still remembers what it's saying when it says them things and just reconfirms it back to them, which is really, really cool. And so basically the rest of this call is like, I can play it, but basically.
Sometime soon or a month after.
Within the near future, I've got my work schedule about 4 weeks out.
Basically, they're just booking an appointment at this point. But what happens, I don't want to bore everyone, but what happens, they try to live transfer it, and then the human team weren't available and they didn't pick up on it. And so then they tried to live transfer again, just to see if it worked again, and it didn't work. So she's like, look, I can just send you a text and blah, blah, blah. And so then what happens, they send them a text, and this is all CloseBot at this point, right? So it sends the text. They're confirming yes. It's like, yeah, okay, bet, blah, blah, blah. How big do you expect it to be? 7 to 6 inches. Okay, great. It goes back and forth, back and forth. It then asks a question here, which is, how does the sponsorship work? Like, is my bill smaller? Is it a code or what happens? At that point, CloseBot didn't know how to actually answer, right? And so what it ended up doing was adding the tag and letting the human team know, oh, we didn't actually know how to handle this thing. Can you please step in? This is where CloseBot's obviously incredible, right? And then the human team step in. They basically say a couple of questions, and then bam, the guy booked it, downloaded. Yeah, just really, really cool. Yeah, human needed tag. That's exactly it, Ramses. Yeah, it's great. And so yes, yeah, thank you very much. This is a $200 deposit, by the way. It's not like some $25 deposit, or whatever. This is a $200 deposit. Mo, I can see you saying, where's the test number? If you go to the landing page and you put in, if you submit your form, my AI will call you. So there's not like an actual thing to put like the form contains that. And so then going to, I'll show you some other ones. So got another one here. Quick scroll to the top. I want to try and find one where the CloseBot actually gets the full deposit. Oh, here it is. Yeah, cool. So this is a perfect one where, and this is the really cool thing about CloseBot as well. I'll quickly play the recording for this one. Do people want to hear more recordings, or do you want me to just show like the CloseBot stuff? I can keep showing more recordings if people are interested. More recordings, both. Okay, cool, both. I'll keep playing some stuff. I've got a really cool gym example which I heard the other day from a database reactivation lead. It was incredible. It was so good. I'm excited to share that one. Okay, cool. Here it is. Cool. So I'll just play this one quickly.
Hi, I'm looking for Nate. Is that you?
No.
Oh, sorry about that. Did I maybe reach the wrong number? I was trying to reach Nate about a tattoo idea they submitted to animetattoos.com. Are you familiar?
Okay, it is me. Yeah, it's me. I'm sorry. It is me. I just also have people calling me for other stuff. I appreciate it.
Totally get it. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. So hey, this is Anna calling from animetattoos.com. So how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So I'm reaching out on behalf of Trotsy about your idea for the JJK and Demon Slayer collab tattoo on your forearm to see if it was eligible for one of our sponsorships. Do you have like 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Awesome, thanks. Just a quick heads up. My service has been a bit spotty, so I appreciate your patience if my voice cuts out sometimes. So first about the tattoo. Thanks. So for your tattoo, you pick the $1,200 to $2,000 range. That's actually our most popular choice for larger or more complex designs. It usually covers full forearm pieces, detailed portraits, or multi-character scenes, like what you described with Gojo and Tengen. Is that the kind of size and detail you're looking for?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So basically what we look for are like 2 main things. The first is that your idea has to relate to anime, gaming, or pop culture. And I see your tattoo is from Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, right?
Yep.
So that's a prime example there, right? Where we didn't actually, I had no idea where that anime tattoo or whatever it's from, but it knew that, which is really cool. So just it can pull information that even information we haven't given it, because it's AI, it can pull that kind of information and use it on the call, which is just obviously really incredible. But the key thing here is like the prompting, right? If you are putting things in there where it's like, if you're trying to over engineer it and like add too much, that's where it starts to fail, and that's where the prompt starts to just fall apart and starts to hallucinate. But if you're very clear with the prompts and the way you design it, it can do things like this, and it works really well.
Awesome. And the second is that you're okay with the artist potentially using it in his portfolio, and we might also feature it on our website, which is animetattoos.com. So yeah,
that would be awesome.
Sweet. Awesome. Now,
so yeah, this is again, she's just booking the appointment after that. So this one here, this is the really cool thing. So this one here, they actually goes through, yes, blah, blah. He sends like loads of information, loads of images and stuff like that. And obviously the CloseBot's doing an incredible job, like explaining things and talking whatever it is. And then where is it? Want to go through the $200 deposit? He's like, yes. It sends the link. Of course, thank you, blah, blah. And then basically later down, it's a long conversation. I won't bore everyone with it. But basically it ends up, the person ends up sending a screenshot of the deposit. And then from there, it actually, CloseBot was able to read that image and know that, oh, yeah, it's been handled, like the deposit's been closed. And then it's able to literally take from there and do whatever you want it to do, which is really, really cool. So that's just another example. I'll do one more quick example and then I'll show the gym one. So quick scroll up. Okay, cool. I'll play this one.
hi, I'm looking for Taylor. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, this is Anna calling from animetattoos.com. So how you doing?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. So I'm reaching out on behalf of Aiden about your idea for the Witcher fight scene tattoo on your upper thigh to see if it was eligible for one of our sponsorships. Do you have like 2 minutes? Just a quick heads up. My service has been a bit spotty, so I appreciate your patience if my voice cuts out sometimes. So your tattoo preference was in the $1,200 to $2,000 range. That's actually our most popular choice for larger or more complex designs. It usually covers full day sessions for things like detailed battle scenes, multi-character pieces, or big placements like the upper thigh. Is that about what you were thinking for your Witcher piece?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So basically what we look for are like 2 main things. The first is that your idea has to relate to anime gaming or.
I think we'll get the idea of this one. And so, yeah, again, same thing, does it, tries to live transfer. No, this one didn't try to live transfer. This was out of hours. And so it just straight away went for the CloseBot and then asked some questions, up a fire piece, blah, blah, blah. It works for me. They then say, can we pay them directly in cash rather than using the calendar, the deposit link that we're sending them. And CloseBot does a great job, right? Yeah, thing is, if you try and pay cash, we're not about to give you the discount. We want to give you a discount, blah, blah. Go through some times. I could do the deposit this afternoon. And then bam, she sends the screenshot. And then we got it. Thank you. $200 deposit confirmation, blah, blah, blah. And then it's able to just take it from there, which is really, really cool. Has anyone got any questions? Quick, let me just check the chat. See what's going on there. Yeah, look at that objection handling. Guys, I'm not Nate. Yeah, it's so true. Can you choose the voice that is used? I know females high responsiveness. Yes, you can use whatever voice you want. Like, if you want to use your mum's voice, like use your mum's voice. Like, you can use any voice you want. Obviously, there's legal implication of that. Don't go crazy. But yeah, you can use any voice you want. We've got a bunch of different voices that are really, really, really good. What's the monthly tattoo shop for their minutes? Yeah, good question. I'm actually sure I'll have to check that. How do you guys think it compares to retail? Yeah, like these like softwares that you can do it yourself. Like a lot of them are good. Like I'm not saying they're not good or anything. It's just the work of like how to engineer the prompt, making sure that things work the way they're supposed to. Like trying to connect in all of the retail isn't going to be able to do this for you, right? It can't connect you to CloseBot and like send yes. It can't do all that. And that's where obviously again retail's good, but like it's the prompt engineering. It's not just the software. Like the software is like actually quite a small part of it. It's really the infrastructure, this whole system, which is why it's so successful for agency owners because they're able to just focus on getting sales and helping their clients and not have to worry about another thing, which is white label AI voice or whatever it is you want to do, you know? What's required from the client to onboard them? Do they have to change their number? Yeah, so we handle all the numbers, all the phone calls. It's a great question. We handle all the numbers for you guys, all the Twilios. So we don't use your Go High level numbers. We have our own numbers we use, and we cycle them, we exchange them out the more we use them to try and avoid spam likely. We actually have a whole spam likely checker and a whole spam likely system as well. That is really good. That helps avoid spam likely, obviously. And so a lot of people will be like, well, the number we're texting on isn't the same number as what we're calling. And yes, in an ideal world, if you could have the number that you're texting is the same number you're calling, that is the best thing. However, even if you're not using our AI voice, you're even using human callers or whatever it is, that's never going to work because you need to be like changing the numbers out often. If you're making a lot of dials, you need to be changing the numbers out. And so the texts are never really going to match the phone calls anyway. So the fact that we're doing the calling for you guys, it doesn't make a difference really. Bryce, you still there, by the way? I can't see you on the video. Maybe you got kicked out. Does booking an appointment have to end the game or can it just make a recommendation? Yeah, it can do that as well. That's all good. Yeah, thank you, Ramsey. You're helping us out, man. Appreciate you. Different ways to convert higher. Yeah, we haven't got data on voices that convert the highest, to be honest with you. We just find my theory on this is that like men, everyone likes talking to women, but not everyone likes talking to men. That's basically it, right? Like a woman's voice is always just more friendly, I find. It's always just it's just like kinder to speak to. People don't always like talking to men. Men can be a bit annoying sometimes. Okay, I'm going to jump to the gym call in a second. So A2P is nothing to do with AI voice. A2P is all to do with texting. So that's a complete different system. A2P is only for texting, doesn't make a difference to voice whatsoever. Okay, cool. Let me do the gym example. I think this one's really cool. So this is just so everyone's aware. Can you tweak it to have more natural pauses after a sentence? Yeah, we can tweak it however you want. It can, like you'll hear that with these ones here, you'll hear that it asks them, what's their name? They say, yeah, it's my name. And then it says about the tattoo, and then it says the way it says it's like, are you free? Are you free for a couple of minutes now? Like it like lowers it highes the voice, but like sounds like they're kind of like whispering a little bit, and it really draws me like, are you free for a quick call now? Like the way it says that again, that's all engineered and customized that way because we want it that way. Yeah, cool. And we can make things HIPAA compliant as well if people want. I just saw the HIPAA compliant thing. If you want to do HIPAA compliance, you can definitely do that. Okay, let me find. I've got so getting distracted by the chat. Yeah. Handles inbound calls, all that stuff. Absolutely. Sorry, one really quick thing. I will show the gym call right now after this last question. I get very passionate and get into this stuff a lot. With the inbound calls, if you make an outbound call with someone and it disconnects for whatever reason and the person calls back, or even just that voice calls back, we have that thing that Bryce was saying at the beginning, that phone call summary field, right? So that remembers what happened on the previous call. So when they speak to them again, it's not like, hey, is this blah blah? It doesn't like restart the whole thing. It has a memory. which obviously really helps, which is very, very powerful. Okay, cool. So let me find this. Here it is. Cool. Okay, so let me quickly just add a bit of context again. So this is a call that, this is a database reactivation campaign. So we had a gym client, had a bunch of leads, and they were like, we want to get some more booked appointments from our leads. And this is a really good use case for this, by the way, is that if you've got a client that you're just starting with, time to value is one of the most important things. A client pays you money, you want to make sure you're giving them value as soon as possible. Otherwise, they start worrying about the service and they start wanting to flake and they cancel and contracts, and it's horrible, right? So if you can load up like a lead list, providing it's compliant, right? Make sure it's all compliant. If you load up a lead list and you phone them leads, you can get booked appointments with this the same day they sign up, which is very, very powerful. And so, yeah, this is what's happened with this one here. So let me just play this whole thing for you.
Hey Ken, it's Gary from Anywhere Fitness. You'd reached out about our training program a while ago, and I thought I'd
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, totally. It's been a bit. I just wanted to check in since we've got a few new spots open. What was it that sparked your interest back then?
I don't know, just a really good looking Facebook feed.
Haha, yeah, our team does a great job with that. So, what's the main thing you'd like to improve? Like weight loss, toning up, or just getting?
Oh, brother, I'm 57 years old, so I was at the time I was just looking at just thinking about not necessarily getting healthy, but just getting some strength in my core, my shoulders, kind of repairing my body in a good way.
That makes total sense, Ken. So, is this something you've been working on for a while, or is it more of a recent goal for you?
Something I've been thinking about for a while. I just don't have the motivation to freaking follow through on it.
Yeah, I hear you. Motivation can be the toughest part, honestly. Have you tried anything for your core or shoulders in the past, or is this something you're just starting to look into now?
It's just something I'm starting to look into now. And finance, economics plays a huge role into it. I mean, you guys are worth what you provide. I get that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you guys do isn't cheap.
Yeah, totally get that, Ken. So our prices, right, they kind of depend because everything's built around your goals and schedule and also the training you're after. It's like asking what a doctor visit costs before you've been seen. The discovery sessions where we figure that out together. What's been the hardest part?
You are very good at this.
Thanks, Ken. I appreciate that. So, what makes you want to get started right now? Like, is there something that's pushing you to finally look into this?
Well, not being tired. I mean, I work from 5:30 to 4:30 every day. So I'm tired. So just having the energy to do it is a challenge.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. Long days like that can really drain you. So just to make sure I've got this right, you want to build up your core and shoulders, but with your work hours and low energy.
Core and shoulders, but again, 57, I want to see some results. I don't know. Someone told me once that at my age, you can't build muscle anymore.
Oh, I hear that a lot, Ken, but honestly, it's just not true. Tons of our members are in their 50s and 60s, and they see real progress.
Okay, so let's go with the assumption I'm way open to this. What do you offer here?
So it's basically a short in-person discovery session where you meet a coach, tour the studio, talk through your goals, and figure out what next step makes sense for you. But it's super relaxed, nothing intense or anything. Would you be open?
I can set something up for next Wednesday.
Awesome, Ken. So
at the Anytime Fitness in Niles, right there in the Oakville Mall.
Actually, we're Anywhere Fitness, just to clarify. We're at 7650 West 2.
Wait, you're Anytime or Anywhere?
Good question. Yeah, I'm with Anywhere Fitness, not Anytime. We're right near.
Anywhere is the one that you're on Tui, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're on Tui Ave.
You're with Jim.
Yeah, that's right. Jim's one of our coaches here. So and
Jim is the guy. Jim is the guy I know. All right, let's set something up for Wednesday around 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's great, Ken. So for next Wednesday, the soonest I can do is 12 p.m. or 12:30 p.m. Would either of those work for you?
Yeah, 12 p.m. sounds great. Shoot me a text with a confirmation or something, please.
One thing I want to quickly add is you guys can't hear it, but there's a keyboard typing in the background as well. And so with this stuff, it's like when it's trying to book the appointment, there's usually like a few seconds gap because it's connected to Go High Level, it's looking at it all, it's connecting it all in. But from the lead's point of view, all they can hear is like clicking on the keyboard. So it sounds like someone's actually sitting there and like doing the appointment, just so everyone's aware.
Awesome. I've got you all set for Wednesday at 12 p.m. with Jim. Oh, and Ken, can you do me a favor? If for some reason you can't make it on Wednesday at 12, will you just shoot over a text to this number and let us know so we're not worried about you?
That's really good phrasing. Yeah, no, absolutely. I won't hang you guys up and dry. I'll let you know. I'll be there.
Perfect, Ken.
Thanks for reaching out, Gary.
We'll send you all the details, directions, coach info, everything. Can't wait to have you in, Ken. If you have any more questions,
Thanks very much.
text. You're welcome, Ken. Have a
I
great
will.
weekend.
I will. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thanks again, Ken. Looking forward to seeing you Wednesday. Take care and talk soon.
There you go. Yeah, awesome. So that is, yeah, that one for me was like, I love that one. That's one of my favorite ones. It sounds, and obviously like that took a lot of engineering, right? I don't think that's going to happen like, oh, instantly that's the quality. Like that took a lot of work going back and forth. But yeah, it just shows that like, this is why I'm so bullish on AI voice now. I'm like, yeah, this is the thing. It can definitely do everything it needs to do. It's just incredible, all this stuff. I love it all. There's a couple of questions. Let me quickly just go through some final questions before we end this. By the way, I appreciate all you guys for staying around. Like this has been really fun. I've loved this. Okay, let me quickly just smash through some of these questions. So really cool. Hundreds of gyms, best I've heard. Because nothing like this. Yeah, 100%. I fully get that. Yeah, so the cost per minute for inbound and outbound is exactly the same. It's all the same. We keep it super simple. We don't want you guys to have to like charge our clients different amounts for it. It's just messy. So we just keep it the same thing. Thank you for all the nice comments, guys. This isn't just meant to be me, by the way. It's like my team. I've got a team of developers. My CTO, his name's Bhushan. Just to give him a quick shout out. He's done an incredible job. So yeah, it's not just me. But thank you, guys. I appreciate you. So let me quickly check this. Are you an AI? Yeah, I'm an AI actually. That'd be a cool little thing, right? Like, yeah, I'm actually AI. I just like pull something off or whatever. Where were we? And then by the way, yeah, like Michael, you made a really good point. He says the guy's name a million times. I'd prompt that out, right? Absolutely. Like we can do that, right? Like if there's some of the feedback we get from our clients is so nuanced. And it's like, okay, we can do that. Like tiny little things like here and there, like this is gonna all be changing. This is the other thing as well, it's like personal preference. Some people will listen to that call and not like it. No, it's a small number of people, but most people like won't like that. Well, some people won't like that. But it's like, again, it's all comes to personal preference. Sometimes the voice people hate, sometimes there's other things people hate. Like it's all up to you. Like you make it however you want to make it. And I'll give you that I will give you my experience on like if you try and give us something that I don't think is going to work, I'm going to push back on you obviously and let you know if there's anything there. How expect we've been to work at Rod. So yeah, like so if it's like 40 cents a minute, let's say, it can be cheaper depending on how many minutes you buy or whatever. But let's say you're remarketing that for 60 cents, 80 cents a minute, like how feasible is that? I would try to avoid looking at the money and look at more like how many booked appointments is that going to lead to? And so if you're getting more booked appointments, if you're increasing your booking rate and your show rates and all that kind of stuff, like when you actually crunch the numbers, it could cost you maybe like $50 to $100 per client per month. It depends how many leads you're getting, all that kind of stuff, obviously as well. But really, like you can get, if you get, let's say it costs you an extra $100 per month per client to do this 24/7 calling, all this stuff, right? If you're getting 5 more books, I don't know what your cost per appointment is, but we see that the cost per appointment is cheaper using this than it is just to put the money in Facebook. So it works out and the clients are happy with it, which is great. I came in like 15 minutes into this. This is part of CloseBot. It's an add-on service. This is, what I'm showing here, this is a completely separate service to CloseBot, but the whole point of this is to show you how we can use the AI voice to connect into CloseBot and obviously get you more booked appointments is what we're doing all this. And I'll definitely rewatch the recording if you came in late because I talked a lot about building prompts and like just some technical stuff there as well. If you want to build it yourself, obviously more than welcome. Hit me up on Instagram if you've got questions. More than happy to help. Okay, let's get through some final things. Guys, this is like an hour and a half. I appreciate you guys. Are there voices that are more enthusiastic? Yeah, again, if you think it's monotone, again, perfect example, right? Someone here saying, Rolf is saying he feels like it's monotone. That's perfectly fine. We can change the voices. It's absolutely fine. Alexa timelines. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I think we need to know basic set array. I tested. This is all live now. This whole thing is this. We've got clients. We've got like everything's pretty good. Yeah, it's all great. Always about Intercom. I don't know. Intercom 0.07 per minute. Like these softwares. Like, look, you're going to find cheaper AI voice alternatives. I am not the cheapest. I promise you now. But it's like the analogy I used earlier about the Facebook ads manager, right? If you are a gym agency and you've got a gym client, Like they can just go to Facebook and save the $3,000 a month, the $2,000 a month you charge, and just run Facebook ads themselves. The reason why we're more expensive is because we provide not just some basic AI voice you got to do it yourself. It's not some software we've built. It's a full done for you service. So yes, it's more expensive than doing it yourself, of course, but you either pay with time or you pay with money. Sorry, you either pay with money or time or experience or whatever it is, right? You've got to. We solve way more problems than these like just softwares basically. Here's a link to the Bryce showed earlier. Thank you for doing that, Kiri. About the money, tried it, tested it for a month. Yeah, I fully agree with that. Like, yeah, give it a go, right? Will this work for customer service? We've tried to, like, our whole thing's working with agencies, right? If you're big enough, if you've got like a gym franchise, we can still work with you. If you are like, if you're like a one-man band realtor that's got like 50 leads a month, this isn't for you because there's so much we do. It's just not cost effective for you, really. Like, by the time you build it all out and that kind of stuff, this is more for like agencies. And so when it comes to like the customer service, we can do it, but do I want to be doing that? Probably not. I'd rather be doing just like, because I haven't got experience in customer service. My whole experience is like lead nurture and getting more booked appointments for your clients from your warm leads. So I would rather avoid like doing customer service stuff. But we definitely, you know, if you're desperate and you've got some really weird situation, book a call with us. I can talk to you about it. Yeah, exactly, Ron. Yeah. So they're already paying $50 a lead, $4 extra for a call. Like it doesn't really make a difference. I agree with that. I've already spoke about that. I'm thinking about this. Okay, please don't forget to put your calendar link. Yeah, cool. Put this in an inbound sales line, not just outbound. Yeah, inbound sales line's absolutely fine. Inbound's perfect. Let me quickly check I'll just quickly really check give me a second. I want to check the availability of the calendars. We might have to put together like a waiting list if there's like obviously a bunch of you guys. I want to make sure everyone gets helped. Let me quickly just check the availability because our availability is probably already packed out now. What I'll do, if you're interested in this, put in your. Oh, we've got availability for tomorrow, but it might not be good for all hours. Check the availability. We've got 3 slots for tomorrow. I think Saturday and everything's packed out. You might have to wait till Monday. What I'd say is bookmark the link and just check every day over the next couple of days, like when availability opens up, just book on it as soon as you can. What I'll also do is everyone that landing page, when you click see if you qualify, it should ask you like, hey, what's your information, blah, blah, blah. And then in fact, I can share my screen and really quickly show this. Let me quickly, so it'll be like this. I still have still 70 of you guys. Thank you so much. I feel very appreciative. So if you go down here, so this is the landing page. I'll put it in the chat already. If you click see if you qualify, when you put this first name, email, and phone number in, it's going to call you. My AI voice is going to call you. Feel free to test it. Like I'm worried that if there's like hundreds of you at one time, it should still work. But you know, I'm always a little bit worried about that. But that should, yeah, that will do it. And now I've got your email and your phone number, and so I'll be sending emails and stuff like that as well. So when availability opens up, I can email everyone, hey, I've got availability again. But if you just want to bookmark the calendar page and just check it Monday, Tuesday, even the availability will start opening up tomorrow, and it'll be available till like we basically look 3 days out, mainly because of no shows. I don't want people obviously wasting me and my team's time. So yeah, that's basically it. So I might even open it up to like 5 days if people think that's needed. I'm more than happy. If people want to book in like further on. Yeah, James Hardy, you said, why do you keep avoiding the setup? Yeah, great question. So the reason why I'm not saying the setup is because I've had it before with these things where I say a number. The 497 is going to stay forever. I'm never going to put the 497 in the minute, so I'm happy. Like, I'm not going to change that around. The setup fee, it changes depending on how much income, like how much flow we have coming in, right? Everyone's business owners. I'm not going to beat around the bush, right? Like if you're absolutely packed out and you've got a waiting list, like you're going to put the price up, right? So what I don't want to do is be like, oh, it's this much money, and then everyone's like, oh, you told me it was this much. Like I watched Bryce's webinar. Like I don't want that happening. So I'd rather avoid. If people are like, so I'll say that it's at least it's it's a few $1,000s. I'll throw that out there. So people are really price sensitive, whatever else. It's not $10,000. It's not like super high, but like it's a few $1,000s is what I'll say. Just because then if we change around that, like people aren't going to get annoyed if I put the price up or anything like that. I'm just being very honest. I think that's the best way to be. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Any other final questions? No. Sorry. Let me clarify. Yeah, thank you, Bushin. It's unlimited agents. So it's that setup fee is for you as an agency to get access to our whole system. Once you pay that once. You never pay that again. After that, it's $497 a month for unlimited agents. The build, the management, the training, everything is $497 a month. after that initial setup. That's all. That's how it works. Yeah. Sorry, James. I didn't mean to whatever. Oh, Travis, you're here as well, man. Cool. Yeah. So if yes, for any great, another great question. I'm gonna stand for like 2 more minutes just to answer any other final questions people have got. I'll just quickly rip them. So if you have 40 agents in 1 month, it's 497. Exactly that. Yep. Any niche, it's any niche you want, it's 497. Like it's obviously the one thing that changes is when you have multiple niches, it just takes us a little bit longer to build the agent because it's a brand new niche. But if you're, for example, in the dental niche, right, and you've got like one script that's working really well, all you got to do in the Slack channel, we have like a form that we give you. You fill out that form. It's like a very short onboarding form for each of your clients. When you got a new client sign up, you fill out that form, and honestly, like say if it's like a similar script, same day we can usually have that agent ready for you. If it's like a completely different business, whatever, it might take a couple more days because we've got to engineer the script differently. But yeah, that's basically it. Cool. Yeah, and obviously you got to pay for the minutes as well on top of the 497. Exactly that. But that's obviously per use. If you don't use it, then we don't charge you anything. Cool. Awesome, guys. This has been really, really cool. I appreciate you guys. I think Bryce has had to jump off, so it's just me here. But I'll tell you what, I'll stick around for like until 1:45. So we've got 5 more minutes just to answer any final questions, burning questions people have got. Do you help with the CloseBot integration? Yeah, we do. That's what we do for Ramsey. So Ramsey's was the anime tattoos. That was that. Yeah, we do all that. High level optimization. No, I'll say no to that just because I don't know what you mean by that. And we put our snapshot into your Go High Level account. We configure all the workflows. We make sure it's all good, but we don't do things like texting optimization. We don't go in like we don't like rewrite your text for you or anything like that. We give you advice on that, but we don't go into your high level. It's the stuff we do in high level is purely for the AI voice to plug into our software, because trying to get the agency owners to go in there and do the AI voice, like to try and get them to configure the workflows, it will be a mess. We just do it for you. Okay, the Q&A section. Is there a Q? I'm so sorry about this. I don't know how to even find. Oh, Q&A. Wow, we've got loads. Oh my God, sorry. I didn't know this was a freaking thing. Right, okay, I'm going to rip through the Q&A. If you're still here, let's do it. So how do you handle phone numbers health with an AI voice bot? Lost the outbound calling. Yeah, so we have a whole spam number monitoring system. So it's a third party we use. We have like a farm of phones. We spoof your number, we phone it, and we basically screenshot what came up. And if we see that it's spam detected, then we'll cycle out the number. We automatically cycle the number every 50 dials anyway. 50 dials is a really good limit. If you're making more than 50 dials a day from a number, it usually starts to mark you as spam. So every 50 dials, we'll change the number out anyway. How do you have stats on appointments and no-shows? I have stats on appointments. I don't really want to dive into that right now because we're running out of time. But message me on Instagram and we can chat about it. Would you work for customer service? And I've already spoke about that one. How would the voice work with talking about inventory? Yeah, we wouldn't do I'd rather avoid e-com and stuff. I've never touched that before. Like, how would it talk about inventory? You'd have to connect to a separate database. It's it's too custom, if anything, to answer you with that. So that'd be a bit too difficult. What about voice for CloseBot when 11 Labs so you can send voice audios? I don't know. I haven't done that. That's a cool idea though. Can these AI agents be integrated on a workflow and Go High Level? Yeah, so that's how we do it, right? So we have it so the Go High Level sends us the information to the voice agent to then make the phone call. So it's all connected into Go High Level, and we put the calls back into Go High Level, like I showed you a second ago. I've been existing with CloseBot where my agent is checking the calendar. Okay, that's more of a technical question. I know. Are you asking about? Okay, yeah, it's a technical question. Yeah, obviously, speak to CloseBot support about that. How's longboarding the time? I've already spoke about that. It takes a day maximum. I have a view prominent tourism client association board. They want chatbot voice bots to be able to be recommended a boat based on several calendars. Yeah, that's a bit difficult. It can do that, but if you're trying to connect to several calendars at once, it's just the latency is going to be really high. I'm not sure how effective it would be. It might work, but I'm not too sure. What's the lead time on the build out? It's inside your Go High Level sub accounts. It can be inside if a client's got a Go High Level sub account you want us to connect into, we can also do that. We actually have a white label email address that you can add into your client's accounts. They don't know it's us. It's just called. It's just it's just at the calling team, and so they're like, oh, it's just the calling team. So that's pretty cool. I won't go through the suggestions of the prompt structure right now because we're running out of time. But Bryce will send the slides through, and you can read it all there. How long take onboard intake? Arin's team. So actually to be onboarded as an agency for us. So we have the onboarding call, and then 2 days later, you have your first bot, like your first agent ready, we then have another call with you to go through your first agent. The first agent's the one that takes the longest. The first agent, we're trying to understand what you want, how you want it to sound, we give you advice, all that kind of stuff. Once we've got that first agent ready, all the other agents are super quick to build. But the first agent, we have like a lot of backup calls for. So I would say you're probably looking at like 3 to 5 days to be onboarded with Team Follow-Up AI. What do you think about how to handle when someone opts in from ads? Currently, I have CloseBot texting right away. Yeah, when someone opts in from ads, like you want to be calling them straight away. Like, because it seems people more like to answer SMS. No, everyone thinks this. Everyone thinks that people respond to SMS more than they do calls. Like, just call them. Trust me. Like, calling is the best thing. Is it a new number you need to register for the client? We register all the. We handle all the calling for you. So you haven't got to register any numbers. We just do all the calling for you. We handle it all in our Twilio. Is this HIPAA compliant? It can be if you want it to be. Yep. It's $500 a month, and we build bots for all clients. There's no per bot fee on top of that. It's just the $497 unlimited. It's just the minutes you got to pay for. Does the done for you include CloseBot integration? We don't physically set the CloseBot up for you, but we do help you with it. Like with Ramsey's, like he already knew CloseBot, and we just like gave him advice. And we I don't want to say like we did it for him because we didn't, but we did help a lot. Like it's kind of one of them gray areas. I don't want to say, yeah, we're going to do the CloseBot setup for you because then it opens up a whole new can of worms, which I don't want to really get into. HIPAA compliant, already spoke about that. Doing voice cloning for us. Yep, we can do voice cloning for you and your clients. Absolutely. Do we send a recording of how we sound? That's exactly what we've got a script. We get you to read out a script. Like it's got all these different things in it. And then we can pull that from your voice and we can clone your voice. Can this work in any of my clients' personal GHL accounts? Yep, like I just said, you can definitely do that. Is it done for you? Yeah, I'll set it all up for you. One other thing, can there be different background noises? Yeah, it can be. Yeah. We've got like clicking and stuff, but you can do you can do any of them. Like, yeah, there doesn't have to just be clicking. You can do, I don't know what other background noise you want, like a forest or something. I don't know. Like clicking seems like the most obvious thing, though, right? Does it call from the phone number go high level? No, it does it through Twilio. If we sign you guys, do consult us on integrating a CloseBot. We'll consult you. That's a great word for it. We'll consult you on how to connect CloseBot to our system, but we won't do it for you. That's exactly it. Can you tweak have more natural pauses? Yes, you can. $500 a month, we build bots for all of our clients. Is there a per bot fee? No, I spoke about that. Use cases, physio clinic with multiple appointment types. Can that AI book into those calendars? Yeah, it can. So if you've got like, it can, so for example, this is a great example, right? If you've got a situation where you've got a gym, or if this is a live client of ours right now, there's a gym and they have adult classes and kids classes, and it can ask them the questions and it will book into the adult class if it determines it's an adult. It'll book it into a kids class if it determines it's a kid, which is really cool. There are some voices that are more enthusiastic. Yeah, I already spoke about that. Recording, $500 a month, blah, blah, blah. Cool, I think we got through that. So there it is, some great examples of how you can connect AI voice into your whole agency infrastructure to get more appointments for your clients. If you're running an agency and doing over $10,000 per month and you want my team to build the same system for you, including the AI voice agent, the CRM logic, the full pipeline, there's a link in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to see more like this, and I'll see you on the next one.